because we're already back. Just like that. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's get a seed for our players here. Oh wow, okay. Your seed for this matchup is Echo Alpha 64 Bravo 1. While we wait for players to kind of get themselves sorted, I'm going to do my normal promotion spiel. I have affiliate. If you would prefer not to get advertisements, do consider subscribing. It does help me out. If you have bits, feel free to throw me some bits. I also have a Ko-fi, kofi.com/AliceFern, if you would prefer to send me money without any of it going to Jeff Bezos. There's a couple of cool things that are going to be happening in the near future on this channel, so stay tuned for that. And other than that, I hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. I hope you're having a good one. Hi, welcome in, El Payton. Hope you're doing well. Both players on the correct seat. Both players ready. Let's get them counted down for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's also introduce both players on the left-hand side. We have Morlando, a DAS main from the United States of America. Has a personal best of 1.1 million. Facing off against El Payton, who is also a DAS main from the Netherlands. He has a personal best of 1.1 million also. These players have never faced off against each other, and Morlando is favored to win through ELO 68.7%. But both players seem to be pretty evenly matched, so it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. All right, early sort of score and game update. We've got Morlando with 98,000 points. Clean right well. El Payton currently 118, but building 3 off the bottom, which is definitely ballsy for DAS, which both players are using. And they are both DAS mains. And I really need to remember to get the overlay for tap speed up at some point and add it to my scene. El Payton currently in a little bit of trouble, getting a little bit high up. Orlando also getting a little bit high up, but gets that dirty center well. Love to see it. El Payton needs an L or a J piece. Needs it probably right now. It's going to plug it with a long bar. Gets another long bar, trying to get the left-hand side open. Is ready for a Tetris on the left-hand side whenever the well is open. There it is. And there's the Tetris. 182 for Elp. 216 for Morlando. Orlando stack looking a little bit spicy. Gets the square piece for a dirty right while Tetris gets it. Both players are really embracing dirty Tetrises this match so far. But to be fair, it's been working. We're about halfway through. Orlando 290, so looking at around a high 500 transition. Elp currently with 237, so looking at probably a 400 transition, perhaps, maybe. But the misdrop of the S piece is going to be a little bit problematic here. Waiting on the long bar for the Tetris, but it just doesn't come, and so has to start burning again. Gets the long bar over the right to try and keep it safe. And with that J piece is now clean. Unfortunately, covers the well just before the long bar arrives, but gets open as the next one comes. 269, nice for Elp. 369, hey now for Orlando. Oh, Elp hangs that S piece on the left-hand side. Needs to get something over. I think that was a misrotation. It's a little bit high up. Not sure what he can do, and he can't do anything, and it's going to top out with 271,000 points, giving game number 1 to Orlando, who is currently at 415. Whoops. There we go. Let's see, both players on the correct seed. Both players ready. Let's get them counted down for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Hope everyone's, if you've got this heat, I hope you're dealing with it okay. Remember, stay hydrated. Try and keep your house as cool as you can keep it. It sometimes feels worse keeping your house cool. Like right now, every single instinct is telling me, open the window. Open the curtains, open the window, get some air in. When the air outside is actually warmer than the air inside here. And it would simply make this room warmer, which would be a mistake. Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, all the stuff. You know, we're living through a time where we're going to be having, you know, climate emergencies, and this is definitely one of them. So stay safe, keep yourself alive. Check on your community members, make sure that everyone is doing okay. And yeah, just, you know, be kind. Both players getting started. Early score update. We've got them neck and neck, 94 to 94. Both boards suffered a little bit from the RNG, but both players managed to get it back open, although Elp now with a couple of holes in the stack. Parity is not looking great for him. Is getting a couple of good burns to get the well back open. But RNG is kind of saying no right now and is handing all of the pieces that aren't really going to help him. Ready for the T-spin, but the T-piece doesn't come in time and is instead going to have to continue this burn sequence. It's really looking for something for that left side. That long bar's really going to help. And with, I mean, a couple of more burns with some good pieces would be helpful, but unfortunately, Elp's really not getting good pieces. Needs to get something over the left. Can't get the long bar over left, and it's going to top up with 109, giving game number 2 to Orlando, putting him on set point. That was very unlucky. All right, both players ready for game number 3. This is match point for Orlando. So let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I almost thought that this stream was going to be a black screen like Sunny's stream. Is Sunny having tech problems? That's unfortunate. No, I, like, you know. I mean, I was having tech problems earlier. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Elp, my friend. Morlando, if you can hear me, top out. Elp, if you can hear me, top out. I didn't catch the start of Morlando's game, so this is just a reset. We're going to wait a second to see what's happening with Morlando's stream and see if we can get it back. Alright, let's see. While this is happening, how is everyone doing? We'll give it about 5 minutes and then I'll start pestering, I guess. Wi-Fi went out? Yeah, I figured. I reset the game because I didn't see the start of it, so... Well, hey, okay. So start on the seed. It would be 1D, I think. Yeah, it would be 1D. Hello, Hannah. Welcome in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing okay. Hope it's not that hot there in America. Both players are ready, both on the same seed. Let's get them counted down for game number 3. Really, this time. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Hannah, look, I'm scheduling matches. I'm right back into the heat. 29C. Holy shit. 39? Oh no. Tell me you have AC at least. You have AC. Thank God. Well, regardless, stay safe, stay hydrated, keep the house cool. I'm feeling pathetic now, complaining about the temperature here where it's like, I don't know, 32 degrees. But the issue is we don't have AC in the UK. It isn't a thing. It's weird. And I live in an attic, so all of the heat gets trapped up here. And like, what can I do apart from stick a fan on my face? Yeah, both players getting started. A little bit of trouble on both boards. It looks like the early piece sequence wasn't too kind. Morlando has got an open, got on the Tetris. 119 for Morlando, 72 for Elp. Morlando versus Catvinity right after. Correct, yeah. When I was in London, I was in a dorm with no AC and trapped heat. I understand the problem now. Even though it was 30 outside, it was 39 inside. Yeah, like so you see, like, sometimes when I'm talking about the heat, like, some American will go, but it's fucking 59 degrees outside, and it's like, yeah, but you have AC, and your houses are designed to deal with that heat, and it's not as humid. Like, don't come at me, you know? And I don't take pleasure in other people suffering. I do take pleasure in Americans coming over here and going, oh, I get it now. I understand. British heat is truly different. Because we've got these big brick boxes that are meant to trap heat. And we're an island, so it's humid. And we don't have AC. Anyway, I'm talking about the heat again. Apart from the game. Still a score update. At 54 lines, we've got Morlando at 262, actually 58 lines. And we've got Elp with 211, 59 lines. So Elp has got a pretty strong lead over Morlando. Elp's board is looking like it could be falling apart. He needs to get a couple of good pieces to start burning this down once again. That longbar's going to help. Could do with another one. Fortunately, that L piece is going to have to do. Needs something for the left. L piece is going to help again, but unfortunately has a dependency all the way over on the left-hand side. It's instead just going to throw a square there. Try and stay alive as best he can. Looks like maybe a quick tap there for that longbar. Is now set up for the Dirty Center while Tetris and gets it. And opens the well. It prepped me for everything in Manchester. The room wasn't as hot for me, but it was for everyone else. Something that I noticed at AIE Live was a lot of people were saying, God, it's so hot up here. I live down south. Manchester, it was cool. It was nice. It was a nice temperature, you know. Like, it was a bit warm. There's a couple of times when I started to sweat a little bit, but it's nothing like it is down south. The sort of London area and, you know, Reading and all of those areas. We hurtled past the halfway point there, so I actually don't know if I can give a idea of what the transition scores might be. It's looking like Morlando might get a sort of mid to high 500k. Elp might be in with a mid 400, maybe 500. Yeah, we are past the Joey Parker turn here. I love to see a game make its way to a level 19. I've wanted to go to the UK since I was a kid. I'll be back if I can swing it. Hell yeah. Come to AIE. Like, if you come back for any tournament, come to AIE Live. Like, it's... Sure, I mean, like, CTWC DAS and whatever, but AIE Live is just different in vibes, you know? And I think part of it is that it's all of the people who come correct in Tetris. And it runs incredibly well. Like, Layla is a very, very, very good tournament organizer. And there was a couple of times when I looked over to Layla and she was panicking. Oh, hang on. Elp transitions 485. Panicking about potentially being behind schedule and in fact being ahead of schedule. Morlando setting up for an above 600k transition is going to have to take a couple of burns. Waiting on that long bar. Where is the bar for Morlando? Transition 600,000 points. Very solid transition there for Morlando. Elp keeping it clean, keeping it right well. Fortunately has to create a extended burn. There's a term for that and it's completely left my brain. Next time I want to keep it less Tetris focus. I didn't get to explore much. Yeah. Like, if you're going to explore, I don't think Manchester is the place to go. I'm not going to lie. Like, Manchester, it's got a bit of a reputation for being not great in terms of views. I was in a nice place. Salford's quite nice, but, you know, it's... You get what you get, you know? All right, Morlando currently 559 or 660, 688 at level 22. Elp 668 at level 23, so Morlando holding on to his lead. Wales is very pretty. Elp currently in a little bit of trouble. I come from Wales. I'm going to stop talking and start talking about the game. Elp in a little bit of trouble, getting a little bit high up here. And is rapidly falling behind Morlando's score here. Although, actually, as I say that, it's gaining ground. 695 to Elp. 732, make that 740 for Morlando. Both players playing incredibly well. Nice quick tap there for Elp, but getting a little bit high up. Oh, and the hang of the J piece is going to be it for Elp. Going to top out with 699, giving game number 3 to Morlando. And the set. Let me just write this down. Three to 0. Wales is very pretty. I come from Wales. It's a wonderful place. I highly recommend people go visit. Anyway. Congratulations, Morlando. Commiserations, Elp. Let's get our next opponent in, if you're ready for it. And I'm going to take a little bit of an ad break, simply because I need more ice water. I feel like I have claim for making fun of British heat. I live in New England right now on the coast, so I know how humidity works. Yeah, but you have AC and you have nice buildings. Anyway, I'm going to be back in like a minute. Hello, I am back after getting some water. Wow, that nearly killed me. Ravalo, you are not late at all. We just finished Orlando versus Elp, which was a sweep 3-0. Thank you very much for the follow. Sorry, I'm slightly out of breath. While we wait for Catvinity, I should actually replace that name, huh? Catvinity. There we go. And we're just currently waiting for Catvinity to finish off his CTL set. Does anyone have eyes on that CTL set? He's winning 2-0. Okay. Well, I guess we just sit here and chat. I don't know. I've never really been that good at vamping. But I guess I should talk about something that's happening. So, if any of you were here for earlier this year, back in July, when I did the MECFS charity stream that nearly killed me. During that stream, I kind of realized that the way that I was doing it wasn't working. And so I got back in contact with the ME Association, and I said, hey, I want to do this, but I want to do this better. What do you guys think about a tournament? So I am hosting a charity tournament on November... Hang on, let me get the right date here. November the 14th, 13th, and the 14th. So that is a Friday in November and a Saturday in November. So that's going to be happening. It's going to be fun. There will be no prize pool. However, depending on how many donations we get, there'll be prizes. So there is a guaranteed prize for first place. And then depending on how many donations we get, it's either top 4, top 8, top 16, or to be honest, if we get enough donations, everyone gets a prize. Little participation trophy. And currently we're reaching out to different companies being like, hey, can you give us like prizes? Can you sponsor these prizes for this charity tournament? But either way, there will be something for the winner, at least. Other than that, it's a good opportunity to come and play some Tetris. All of that fun stuff. I will be hopefully working in partnership with Layla or Adam Irish Experience. Yeah, you know, good old bit of Tetris fun. Who wouldn't like a good old bit of Tetris fun? And it will be supporting the ME Association, which is the Myalgic Encephalomyelitis Chronic Fatigue Syndrome Association, who raise awareness, but mostly fund research into the condition. Because it is a very under-researched condition. We don't really know what causes it. And if you don't know what causes it, you can't treat it. The Mari tournaments were the last charity tourneys I remember. Yeah, that was a while ago. But, you know, I'm bringing it back. I want to see how successful it is. To be honest, like, the amount of money that's raised isn't as important to me as the amount of people who are there and the amount of people who get to learn a little bit more about the condition, because as well as it being quite underfunded, it is also very misunderstood, I feel. Like, one of the things that I saw floating around recently was this idea that myalgic encephalomyelitis, ME, and chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, are separate conditions. They are not. They are the same condition, doctors just cannot agree what to call it. Don't you love medicine? It's so much fun. And yes, okay, I might as well do my promotion spiel. I have... there are ways to give me money if you would like to support me. I do not work. I cannot work. I'm like actively looking for work, but it's pretty much impossible with my separate conditions. So any money that you can spare would be highly appreciated, although not necessary. I have affiliates, so if you would like to watch streams ad-free, shoot me a subscribe. If you have bits, you can shoot me some bits. And also, we have a Ko-fi, kofi.com/AliceFern, if you would like to give me money, with all of the money going to me, rather than, you know, Bezos taking some of the money. Nice bits from Capvinity, holy. CFS seems easier to explain to a layman. People generally understand fatigue and something being chronic. Like, yes. Here's the thing that trips people up, though, is they hear chronic fatigue and they go, oh, tired. The thing with ME/CFS is it causes, like, that's a very small facet of what the condition is. If we look at what it actually does in the body, it causes brain swelling. And difficulties in producing ATP in the mitochondria, which is the actual energy source. Which is why it's called myalgic encephalomyelitis. Myalgic meaning pain, widespread, encephalo being brain, myelitis being inflammation. And so there's a big push to simply call it ME or myalgic encephalomyelitis. But anyway, now's not the time for me to be talking about that. I think now's the time for me to be talking about some Tetris. Crazy. Capvinity right now on a killer run. Oh, the misdrop of that square piece. It's a little bit unfortunate. Does get the well back open. I don't mean to dismiss you, by the way, Hannah. Like, you are correct. Explaining CFS is easier. It's just, you know, people hear fatigue and they think tired, which is a fundamental misunderstanding of what fatigue is. Sounding like 30C here in my town. Lucky. Well, to be fair, it's cooling down now. Like, when I got my water, I left my room and I went into a room that had windows open, and I realized how much cooler it was in that room and how much warmer it was in this one, so I finally got the windows open. And it's getting better. It's getting better in here. I can breathe again. Capvinity is on a fucking roll. Look at this. 621, level 25. Very good for a DAS player. This could still be an 800k from Capvinity. Could be, could be. Unfortunately, a little bit of a rough P sequence for Capvinity. Wait, I am in something salt video. And then Catvinity did something that nobody could expect. Anyway. Yes, you are. Alright. Let's turn this down slightly, actually. It's a little bit loud. There we go. And then he beat Fractal. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's get you a new seed. Your seed for this matchup is... Oh, it's numbers. 231626. Him beating Fractal would have been the funniest timeline. Yeah, but we don't live in the funniest timeline, do we? We live in the boring timeline where Fractal continues to just be dominant. I can't be mad. Fractal seems like a really nice guy. He's impossible to like even have fictional beef with, you know? He's a good guy. I can't. I'm so upset that I didn't get a chance to meet him while I was in Manchester. I would have loved to like meet that guy. Here he has beef with Mr. Genesis. Yeah, their beef is it's strong, you know? They can't be in the same room as each other. It's a big deal. Double booked. I mean, technically you didn't. Like, you booked a match at the same time that I was doing a double, like, back-to-back. The seed is pinned, but I will reread it for you. It is 231626. Mr. Genesis tends to sabotage. Oh, something happened. Max FC, thank you very much for the raid, party of 4. Welcome in, Max. Welcome in, party of 4. How was your stream, Max? And what were you up to? We're about to start the second match of this back-to-back stream, and in fact, I should reset Morlando's score. I hope everyone here is having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Whatever time it is for you, I hope you're having a good one. Catvinity swept Draco. Hell yeah. Well, let's see if he's still got it. 231626. Catvinity is on the correct seed. But, like, Morlando, if you're, like, also okay with this, I'm fine with Catvinity taking a little bit of time to recover. I think I'll start reporting C2WC during this match. Hell yeah. Yes, it's all numbers. So it should be an interesting set of matches. Oh, man. Man, Morlando is a scary DAS player to face off against. Anyway, both players on the same seed. Both players ready. Let's get them going for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Let's talk about the players while they get started. On the left-hand side, we've got Morlando. Already introduced the guy, but why not introduce him again? He is a DAS main, hailing from the United States of America, has a personal best of 1.1 million. Never faced off against Catvinity before, but is expected to win 66.9%. Catvinity, start playing. Thank you. Speaking of Catfinity, is a DAS player hailing from the country of Sweden. Has a personal best of also 1.1 million. Debuted back in February of this year. Morlando, forgot to mention this, debuted back in January of 2020. So Morlando been around for a little bit longer than Catfinity. I was wondering why I felt like I only just started seeing Catfinity around. It's because I only just started seeing Catfinity around. But all around great person. Same with Morlando. Both of these players are just like chill people and nice, you know? And sometimes that's the important part. Oh my god, ice water is so good. Let's do a bit of an early score update here. We've got Morlando with 160 at 29 lines and Catfinity with 117 at 24 lines. So Morlando with a score lead, but is ahead in lines. Nice spin and a tuck there from Catfinity to keep the board clean with no burns. Love to see it. I felt like I got such a skill boost from C2WC DAS. Yeah, like, I found the same thing. Like, I went to AIE Live, I overperformed, I came home, and then I got a max out. Like, it's kind of crazy. Oh, Catfinity in a little bit of trouble here, a little bit high up. And unfortunately, there's nothing that he can do, and it's going to top out with 165,000 points, giving game number 1 to Morlando. Will Morlando continue his streak of sweeps, or will Catfinity bring this one back? We will find out. Screen looked and misdropped. Happens to the best one. Yes. Yeah, I maxed. I'm using Layla's player profile. I am indeed. It is incredible. All I need is she promised she would give me that little like overlay that she has. All I need is that, and then I'm gone. Because it only does DAS matches. Sorry, Elo. Yeah, I do understand that. I usually try and mention that. No friendlies or DAS or other. Does Classic Tetris DAS not count for Elo? DAS has its own Elo system. Oh, okay. Huh. Well, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I understand that. I should have considered that, but, you know. Both players are ready for game number 2, so let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I swear that cat has moved. I'm also going to refresh Catvinity's stream here. There we go. Somebody remember and DM me after this match to add the tapping overlay. Because I keep forgetting until I have a DAS League match, and then I go, oh, I really should have this. And then I forget again. DAS Elo has existed since mid-2024? Oh, interesting, okay. Like, here's the thing, I took a fucking massive hiatus around 2024. So there's a bunch of stuff that I've just missed within the community, and I guess that's one of them. Alright, let's do a little bit of an early score check here. We've got Morlando with 121, Catvinity 144. And now we are neck and neck. The lead is kind of exchanging hands here. Both players playing exceptional DAS here. Right as I say that, commentator's curse. Orlando hangs the L piece. And this is giving Catvinity the opportunity to start taking a real lead. 238 to Catvinity, 219 for Orlando. So Catvinity leads with about 1 Tetris. It's really good that you're doing that, Hannah, and I'm really glad that this is around. And also I'm seeing like DAS Masters and Mega DAS Masters and that sort of stuff happening. Because around the time that I left, one of the reasons was I felt like I was hitting a wall with DAS. I didn't want to learn rolling. And I felt like everyone was just kind of overtaking me. Ooh, Morlando with a couple of misdrops. Able to recover, but needs a longbow. It looks like possibly getting a little bit droughted. Both players. We are past the halfway point. Morlando 256, so looking at a 500k transition. Catvinity 296, so looking at a high 500k transition here. Morlando has gotten the stack back down to a manageable level. This not existing when I was coming up is why I made it. Hell yeah. It's a little less bad now that TMP exists. Like I think TMP existed as I was leaving, but it was in a weird state where there was a lot of players who should not have been in TMP were just there, and it was impossible to like move up or progress. Now it feels like it's settled a little bit. Although I'm saying that silver exists. You know, I got stuck in silver for so long. There was no DAS events in 22-23 apart from a yearly CT DAS from Scamper. Yeah, I remember. And the Maori charity tournament. Yeah. It's an interesting time for Tetris, where like a lot of DAS players were kind of going, oh, it's over for us. It's time to retire. Morlando, a little bit of a tricky stack here, has got a covered longbow dependency, is gonna have to spend a little bit of time burning, and is still behind in lines. We are past the Joey Parker turn. Morlando, 383, gets a Tetris to 407. Catvinity, 465, make that 488. Both players clean once again. Oh, Hannah, are you any good at poster design? Per chance? Morlando transitions 461. Board a little bit high. So bad at art. Damn it. Catvinity 603. Very strong DAS transition, and the board is looking a lot cleaner than Morlando, so Morlando even needs to really try and pick the pace up a little bit. or wants Catvinity to have a misdrop or get into a dig. Morlando just couldn't do it. Built a Spire and is going to top out with 490,000 points, giving game number 2 to Catvinity and evening up the set 1-1, denying the Morlando sweep for a second time. Lost ass after a quick tap. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Had to Spire and hope for the best. Yeah. Is anyone here good at art? And would donate their art skills? Both players on the same seed. Both players ready for game number 3. So let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It is. The set is tied 1-1. So the best of 5 has now become a best of 3. Who will take this set? I guess we'll find out in about... Well, who will take this match? And we'll find out in about, I don't know, 10 minutes? 5, depending on how long they make it. A little bit of an early update here. We've got both players with clean enough stacks. The piece sequence hasn't been very kind, but nice fits from Catvinity and a very nice tuck sequence there from Morlando to keep things clean and tidy. Both players currently... Well, actually, we've got Morlando with 161, Catvinity with 142. Again, another really nice tuck from Morlando. His decision-making has shined? I think it shined this set. And just knowing what tucks to go for, what tucks not to go for. Fortunately, a little bit of an early shift there for Morlando is going to leave the board in a little bit of a peril here. It's going to need something over to the right. Would have loved a L piece, but instead is going to be just digging up high for a little bit. Oh, very unfortunate misflip there of the L piece. It's getting a little bit high up and it's unfortunately going to early top with 188,000 points. It was going to be a chase down, but Catvinity with that Tetris is going to get to 197 and is going to put him on match point. No misflips, just kind of bad decisions. Okay, yeah, it happens. That seed was interesting.
Hello there.
If it helps. Catvinity, thank you very much for the follow. We are 5 away from 100 followers, which is exciting.
Hello there.
And Rivalo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in to the, I don't know, Alice Fern community, I guess. We're here. We're queer. And we like the Tetris. Forgot I wasn't following. To be fair, like, following is great. Fantastic, sure. But also you can just keep an eye on the... Thank you very much. I will drink some water. It's actually squash. It's very nice. Okay, both players ready for game number 4, so let's get them counted down. Cheers, Morlando. In 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm gonna drink that water now. Yeah, it's like apple and blackcurrant squash, which is an amazing flavor. It's the best flavor there is. Both players going for some pushdown points, so we are not going to be seeing a tie here. Oh god, this has been such a good day. You know when you've had like a couple of good matches where everyone's just kind of happy and nobody gets like unreasonably annoyed? It's a great time. I love Tetris. And you know, after the... Oh, wait a minute. Both boards are looking a little bit cursed. Catvinity's more than Morlando. Morlando's about to get clean and is ready for a Tetris, but Catvinity's board was looking a little bit scuffed, but gets it clean. Morlando currently long bar dependent. Column 3, kind of high up, is going to plug it with an L piece. And has a hole in the stack, but is waiting on that long bar. Looks like could be getting droughted. Finally gets the long bar for the Tetris. And gets another one for the triple. That was a very unfortunate burn there. Nice J-tuck, though. It's going to forego the triple. And it's going to work out for another Tetris. 136 for Morlando. 153 for Catfinity. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit like post-tournament, post-regional depression after AIE. Where it's like, oh, okay, that happened. That was the best day of my life. And now suddenly I'm back at home and everything sucks again. But like also, it kind of doesn't, you know? I feel like I've made connections over at AIE. Like, you know, the friends that I've known over a screen, I now like know what their face looks like. I know what they sound like. And like really made some deeper connections with these people. So it's been great, you know? And I get to sit here and I get to commentate Tetris. DAS matches, CTL matches, TMP matches, you name it, I'll commentate it. It's a great time. Catfinity, a little bit high up, has a delayed burn setup, currently set up for the Vits. Will the long bar come? So far it's been a little bit of a droughty seed, and it looks like could be hitting another one. This is very unfortunate timing for Catfinity. Nice S-spin there. The long bar still isn't coming. Morlando kind of high up, waiting on that Tetris. Unfortunately has to close the well just as the long bar arrives. Same issue with Catfinity. The well is shut. Gets it open for the other long bar and for the Tetris. 245 Catfinity, 260 for Morlando. This is match point for Catfinity. So if Morlando wants to take this set, he's really going to have to be careful, stay alive, while continuing to score, because both of these players are incredibly strong with DAS. You know, you could tell me that this was a Div 3, maybe even a Div 2 match, and I would believe you. But oh no, Morlando's going to top out with 293,000 points, giving game number 4 and the set to Catfinity. Congratulations, Catfinity. Commiserations, Morlando. You both played incredibly well. It was just an unfortunate situation for Morlando. It is what it is. I'm gonna do my spiel one more time. You can subscribe to me on Twitch for no adverts. You can give me bits if you just have bits and you want to get rid of them, or you can give me some money at Ko-fi, kofi.com/AliceFern. I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it is for you. I hope it's a good one. I have been Alice Fern. Good night.